Get the latest movie reviews, Hollywood news, and inside views. It's time for Behind the Screens with Lights, Camera, Jackson on 107.7 GNA.
He does a segment with us every Friday around this time called Behind the Screens. But today, we're going to count down, according to Jackson, the top 10 movies of 2017. Good morning, Jackson.
Hey, guys. How are you? Happy in between Christmas and New Year's.
Yes.
It's a weird time. It is a weird time.
It is a weird time, but a good time for you because this is when you're at the end of the year, you know, kind of some of the nominations, the Critics' Choice stuff, and it's getting to be an exciting time, right?
It is a really exciting time looking at the best movies of the year. And I was just talking with you guys before we got on the air. Did you see a lot of movies? What did you like from this year?
It's so funny, Jackson. Like, I feel like my year was so incredibly busy that the only reason I saw part of one of the movies is because they moved it to TV, and that was the Olaf Frozen adventure.
I had to look up what movies, because I forget like how long a year is, I guess. And I'm trying to think of I had to look up what movies, and I didn't really see a lot of these. I saw Get Out. I think that was probably the one I really liked.
That was fantastic
from this year.
It is.
Well,
Get Out is fantastic, and they're talking about that as a Best Picture frontrunner, which is it's crazy. It's a very good film, but I did not think when it came out in February, this is going to be a legit contender for Best Picture of the year.
It was a good movie, though.
And I'm curious to see if that made your top 10 of 2017. So let's start it. Let's go from 10 to 4, and then we'll really get into the top 3 in the next segment.
All right, so out of the 148 new movies I saw this year, these are the top 10. Number 10.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Jackson, did you say 148 movies?
I did. I saw 148 new movies, and I want to stress that because I've watched a lot of older films this year, too, but 148 new movies, which is a record. I beat last year's record by 11.
But there's 365 days. What were you doing the rest of them? No, I'm just kidding.
Were you busy? Were you in
I saw a lot
college?
and something, yeah. It's been a crazy year. So, yes, new
Sorry
record
about
of number of movies. Here we go. Number 10, it is The Big Sick. This is a rom-com. It stars Kumail Nanjiani, Zoe Kazan, Holly Hunter, and Ray Romano. Kumail, it's basically based on his life. He's a stand-up comedian, and he met this girl, and they started dating, and then she got into a coma. And so he had to kind of deal with that and deal with her parents, played by Ray Romano and Holly Hunter. It's mostly a comedy. There's romance. There's dramatic elements. One of the best ensembles of any movie this year. Fantastic story, and I laughed a lot. There are some classic moments in this movie.
Now, number 9 I'm looking at here, I didn't expect this because this actor has been around for so long, and I didn't think that he would ever be mentioned again.
Yes, both this movie and The Big Sick are on DVD. Big Sick's on DVD now. American Made is my number 9 movie, and it's on DVD this Tuesday. Tom Cruise at his absolute best here. He reteams with the director of Edge of Tomorrow, another movie I loved, Doug Liman. This is the story of Barry Seal, an airline pilot who became a CIA spy and a drug and weapon smuggler. This is just so fun. Tom Cruise is so fun. The action, there's some humor, some emotion by the end. I love this movie. This is like one of my big guilty pleasures of the year. If you got to rent something just after New Year's, rent American Made because you'll have a lot of fun with this.
Well, I'm curious about the rest if that's only number 9.
Yeah.
Number 8 is called The Breadwinner. This is the year's best animated film. It's a very emotional journey. It's got sacrifice, love, and family. This is about a young girl in Afghanistan who has to rescue her father. This will probably get an Oscar nomination for Best Animated Feature. It's up for the Golden Globe and the Critics' Choice Award. So when the Oscar nominations come out, and it'll probably get one, that's when it should be in theaters around here in the capital region.
Okay. And the next one?
Number 7 is The Hero. Sam Elliott gives a career-defining performance as an actor looking to make things right before it's too late. This is kind of the calm version of Birdman. Birdman was also about an actor kind of in the next chapter of his life, seeing if he can make a comeback. But it had all this spectacle. It had all the visuals and the drum score and all that. This is the calm version of that. It came out, I saw it in May, and it was my number 1 film for the first half of the year, and it still made my list here for the full year.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. Number 6 got a lot of attention because it's one of the last films the Weinstein Company will ever release. Wind River. This is gripping. It's a powerful, dramatic thriller. Jeremy Renner plays a wildlife tracker, and Elizabeth Olsen plays an FBI agent. They have to investigate a murder on the Wind River Indian Reservation in Wyoming.
I will be seeing this. That's my wheelhouse.
And I like her. I like Elizabeth Olsen.
Oh, Elizabeth Olsen is so good in this. Another film called Ingrid Goes West. She had a great year. So Wind River and The Hero, they are on DVD. Number 5, this is on DVD January 16. I did not expect to love this movie when I went into it, but boy, Blade Runner 2049 blew me away. The best action movie of the year, even better than the 1982 sci-fi cult classic. This has Ryan Gosling, Harrison Ford. I love the ending to this movie, the look, the cinematography is amazing. And even though it's the longest mainstream movie of any film this year, it's gradual, but yet it never drags. It's kind of amazing how it's done.
I remember when you reviewed it, too. You just raved about it.
I know. I walked out of it. I went, wow, this is so good. I'm so pleasantly surprised. And then the fourth movie, number 4 on the list, is on DVD now. I've been telling you guys about this since I saw it in August. Step. This is an unforgettable documentary about a group of high school senior girls on a step team looking to get into college. Step is an art form. It's more than just a dance. It's an art form. And director Amanda Lipitz really makes every right decision when it comes to this movie. It's a shame that this film and all 5 of my favorite documentaries of the year are not on the Oscar shortlist. It's a shame. But you know what? Your own opinion is greater than what the Academy says.
Yeah,
so
that is
please
true.
Go rent Step.
We're talking to Lights Camera Jackson about the top 10 movies of the year, according to him, for 2017. And we're about to do 3 through 1. Hi, Jackson.
Hey, guys. I guess we'll for people just tuning in now, I'll quickly go 10 to 4.
Okay.
Number 10 is The Big Sick. Number 9, Tom Cruise in American Made. Number 8 is The Breadwinner. Number 7, The Hero. Number 6, Wind River. Number 5, Blade Runner 2049. And number 4 is the documentary Step.
All right, let's do the top 3 according to Lights Camera Jackson.
Here we go. This is a film, number 3, opening in the Capital Region next Friday, January 5th. You got to go see it. I, Tonya. Margot Robbie plays Tonya Harding, the figure skater. Allison Janney is her mom. They are incredible in this movie. It is a modern, electrifying look at Tonya Harding's life, including her scandal with Nancy Kerrigan. And this is done in mockumentary style. So everybody is talking to you. They're breaking the fourth wall. They're guiding you throughout the entire 2 hours. And at one point, Margot Robbie goes, "This is what you came for, all the Nancy Kerrigan stuff. This is what you came for." It's funny. It's dramatic. They pack so much into this script. I love this movie. I was actually sick the night I saw this film, but I still had a blast watching it.
Do you think, like, that movie to me was like, well, why? Why would they make that? And then it's a smash. Like, did you, going in, like, why? Why does this need to be made?
Because it's a sympathetic look at Tonya Harding. They give you a different perspective on her once you walk out of this film. They absolutely do. I think that was one of the goals, and they succeeded tremendously in that.
Interesting. What's number 2, Jackson?
Number 2, the year's biggest surprise. I loved this. Wonder. This is based on the best-selling novel, and it's got Jacob Tremblay as Augie, the boy who has the facial deformity and now has to go to school. And Julia Roberts plays his mom. Owen Wilson plays his dad. I'm reading the novel now. Everything about this movie, it works. It's raw, it's heartwarming, it's that feel-good, inspirational movie, but there's so much depth to it. And the way this film is done, it could have gone in horrible directions. Even some scenes, they're so gentle that if they were just a little bit altered, they wouldn't have worked. I was very surprised by this. Really, really. Wonder is still playing in theaters in the Capital Region. Please go see it if you haven't already.
And the number 1 movie of 2017.
I feel like we need a drum roll.
Oh, a drum roll, yes. According to Lights Camera Jackson, is
a film that opens in the Capital Region on January 12th, The Post. Steven Spielberg's depiction of the Washington Post Pentagon Papers scandal. This is a monumental achievement. Meryl Streep, Tom Hanks, Bob Odenkirk, the entire cast is fantastic. And also the score by John Williams is really good, too. Spielberg started filming this movie. He started principal photography May 30 of this year, and he had it done by November.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes, that's unbelievable. This is one of my favorite Steven Spielberg movies. Meryl Streep, all these years later, can still blow you away. This may be Tom Hanks' best performance of this century. You got to go see The Post. It's up for Best Picture at the Critics' Choice Awards. Please, this is the best movie of 2017.
I mean, it's no surprise. Meryl Streep is in it. Of course you're going to pick her.
But it's so good. I mean, it's deep, it's emotional, and right to the end, it gives you that raw, gripping feel to it, that suspense that I got out of Argo 5 years ago, that same intensity you feel throughout this entire film. Even though it's based on a true story and you may already know the outcome, you still get that throughout this film.
Best picture from Steven Spielberg, according to you. What about E.T., dude?
Oh, I love E.T. Yeah. No, I love E.T. This is one of my favorite Spielbergs, up there with Lincoln, up there with E.T. Yes,
Okay. I just wanted to right the ship there because
I know he has so many to choose from.
Many. So many. Well, Jackson, this is a great list. Now, how do people get in touch with you if they want more?
They can go on Twitter at LCJ Reviews, and right now at lights-camera-jackson.com. If you go to the blog section, I've got my honorable mentions for 2017, so you definitely want to check those out.
All right, Jackson, thank you. What a great list, and what a great year for the movies.
Yes, it was a crazy year for the movies. It was kind of a mixed bag, and a lot of stuff happened in the entertainment industry.
Absolutely.
But these movies really came through strong.
All right. Thanks a lot, Jackson. We will talk to you in the new year with new movies.
Yes, see you in the new year. Thank you guys very much.
All right. Thanks, Jackson.
Thank you.